Thanks, Chris, for the introduction. I hope everyone's really enjoying the conference. My name's Erhan Korhaliller. I'm the founder and CEO of EAK Digital. We are a leading blockchain PR agency in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space, and we are the organizers of the BlockDown conference. And our motto is visibility-driven growth. So that's the growth of your business, the successful hit of your business objectives through visibility that EAK can provide. So as you can just see from this opening slide, we have a very strong in a number of different international markets, mainly the UK, Europe, US, Turkey, and of course in Asia. So who are we? EAK Digital is a leading blockchain PR agency and we're organizers of this BlockDown conference. So we are a team of agency professionals. I myself have come from a creative advertising agency background. So even before I started EAK, I used to work in the agency world and I worked with some great clients, as you can see there, Nike, Mini, Barclaycard, Rolls-Royce. We're a bunch of industry experts that literally live and breathe this industry day in, day out. And most importantly, we're creative thinkers. I think as a PR agency, I think especially in the blockchain and crypto world, I feel like the kind of creative thinking sometimes go out the window where everyone feels like it's okay to just get away with publishing a press release and thinking your job's done. That's not how we do things at EAK. We want to come up with creative ideas, creative inspiration that will ultimately get you the organic PR in a much more organic way, and ultimately make people think that your brand is very, very cool, very hip, very imaginative, and still helps you hit your business objectives. And that's something that we love to do. We love to come up with creative ideas and sit in a room and talk about our different clients that we have and see how we can do something with them that ultimately will help them hit their goals. Serial networkers, I think that's very fundamental for any PR agency that you're working with, that they're out there, they're at the major conferences, they're at the major meetups, they are speaking to influencers every day, they're building those relationships so you can focus on your product. And that's very, very at the heart of everything that we do, hence the BlockDown conference. And, hiring employees with entrepreneurial drive. So having employees that can think creatively, think outside the box, see your business and treat it like their own, see opportunities that you might not have seen and really work out a plan to implement that. So EAK as a whole, as you can see here, creative, communications, and entrepreneurial at the heart. So what's our vision? So our vision really was to build, and still continues to be, to continue to build a global creative communications agency specializing in blockchain and cryptocurrency. When I first came into this space, of course, I was fascinated by the tech and the amazing community that the crypto community has. But I was struggling to see kind of PR marketing agencies that were really trying to push the needle, trying to do something different, trying to come up with ideas that were not just the kind of run-of-the-mill PR campaigns that you see. And I also felt that there was a strong need, especially 2017, 2018, for people to really come in and help the average Joe off the street understand blockchain technology. So again, our vision was to bring together the best creative minds and networkers around the globe into one organization. And to be honest with you, it's very difficult to hire for EAK these days because our team has been together now for 3-4 years. Very, very rarely somebody leaves. It's very difficult to find people to join the team that have that same kind of passion, dedication, and innovative thoughts and expressions that help our clients hit their goals. And finally, to continue to be a creative ideas company that drives engagement, capital, and community to EAK clients. So our expertise really ranges from a number of different services. So of course, blockchain and technology PR are kind of our bread and butter, as we say in the UK. We're consistently speaking to journalists, influencers, any one of influencers or podcasters, YouTubers on a daily basis, helping them in many various different ways that enable us to help get our clients on those platforms. It's all about trust. As your agency gets out there and they see the kind of clients that you bring them, and there's lots of kind of value exchange into how we can help them grow their channels, and how we can really pitch the right hook to the right journalist at the right time. I think it's really important. I think, any PR agency you're working with definitely shouldn't be going in cold when pitching anyone from the media. They should have already built those relationships and allow you to build those relationships as well. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail shortly. Branding and design, something that we've recently added that's been really, really great. Hopefully you guys have seen a lot of the BlockDown posters that we've been doing, and the agenda, and all the banners we've been making. We've been all over social media, and the really cool video that we did as well, the Halloween one. So we feel like branding and design is kind of important to get right. And if you have that kind of whole kind of creative campaign idea, and you can keep the branding and design, you can keep the PR, the comms, the influence engagement all under one roof, I mean, ultimately it's going to be much more efficient and ensure that the creative narrative is consistent throughout each of the different assets that are created. Influencer and KOL engagement, I'd say EAK is definitely the number one blockchain PR agency in this respect. We work with influencers, as I say, all of the time, and we've done trips to Vietnam to visit some clients, which we'll talk about later. We've done trips to China. We've done filming from offices. We've worked with some of the largest projects on their ongoing influencer campaigns involving hundreds of different influencers. So this can range from TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, really all over the place, and it's a really great way to get your brand out there. And finally, of course, something that's happened since the pandemic is the virtual event production. So this is our third BlockDown conference, and we also have helped Binance with their third birthday virtual event, and we've got a few more in the pipeline. So if anyone's looking to do a virtual event like this, please do get in touch with us at EAK. I'm sure we can help you fulfill your virtual event objectives. So the journey so far. So it's been quite a really fun journey, a rewarding journey so far, and it's taken us turns where we never imagined that would happen. So year one, we had 3 employees, completely bootstrapped. I was still working at AKQA, an advertising agency in London, was doing EAK as kind of a side hustle, was making some money for holidays as it begins with, clothes. And so suddenly it just started picking up pace. Our niche was authority branding for entrepreneurs in the UK. And so basically what that means is we were helping them become authorities, influencers in their own right, in the business and finance realms. So basically, rather than just getting them one-off hits in those media, we're actually helping them become contributors at those publications, which enabled them to have regular columns and regular features on an ongoing basis, and really help them, get paid for speaking gigs, get paid to travel the world, become influencers on other platforms like Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. And we had a strong focus on growth hacking. I think any kind of bootstrap business has to look at growth hacking, and that was something that we were implementing for our clients. In year 2, things started to grow. We went to 5 employees, and we actually exhibited for the first time. And believe it or not, it was not a crypto conference. It was the business show in London in the XL, which is a huge arena in London. And it was an interesting experience. Some of the team is still with us today. We heard all sorts of businesses that were looking to grow, from some guy who was trying to make bowls cool for young people, to other people that were really being entrepreneurial when it comes to food. It was really all over the place. We really enjoyed the experience, but to be honest, probably wasn't really up our niche. But it was a great experience for us to exhibit. We continued our authority building, and we got introduced by a growth hacking expert to a crypto investor. And he basically said to us, "Look, I need you to help us get some of these publications." He basically wanted to get into private sales sooner, and obviously in the ICO boom, there was a big it was very competitive to get into private sales. You had to prove your worth. Anyway, we did some great work for him. We got him into Forbes, into Business Insider, into TechCrunch. Anyway, he was so excited. He flew us out to San Francisco to an event there, and that was my real first Bitcoin blockchain experience. And I met a ton of people in his network. It was a really amazing time. Obviously, I learned more about the technology, which was mind-blowing. And as somebody who loves traveling, has always been a bit of a nomad at heart, I definitely feel a lot how do I say? I feel a lot in my past resonates a lot with the kind of decentralization kind of future that we're all trying to build. Anyway, going into year three, we nearly doubled our employees, so we were getting to high growth stage. We went to 9 employees. We had a presence at all of the major global blockchain events. We launched EAK TV, which I was interviewing many different people from the blockchain cryptocurrency field, including Charles Hoskinson, CZ, number of big names and smaller names. It was really, really fun and exciting to get out there, be a presence, and we secured, I would say, a very large client at the Delta Summit in Malta, which was the Neo blockchain, who we worked with for a long time, and it was a really, really great experience for both of us. And then we decided to rebrand a little bit, become a lot more clean and fresh in our kind of logo and our brand. Sorry. And this is where we are today. And so into year four, we continue to get more clients in crypto. We're now at 15 employees. We've expanded our market focus into Turkey, launching the Istanbul Blockchain Week, which was going to happen in April. Unfortunately, we had to cancel it in March. But that has, thankfully formed BlockDown conference. So, every cloud has a silver lining, and Istanbul Blockchain Week will be going ahead next year. And we've also got resources out in Asia that allows us to do marketing in Korea, China, and Japan, as well as Turkey, UK, Europe. So we've got a really, really great selection of countries where we can really help push our clients' brands. And we got our first celebrity client, of course, in Acoin, who's going to bless us with his presence today at BlockDown and has been at every BlockDown conference since then. And really, it's really kind of been an exponential growth for the company, as you can see from year one, bootstrapping with 3 employees, and to now, working with celebrities, launching Istanbul Blockchain Week at BlockDown, and really growing into the international space. So it's been a really exciting journey so far, and I'm really, really excited to see, year 5, 6, and where that takes us. So yeah, here's a selection of the different EAK brands that we have. So of course, Istanbul Blockchain Week we've mentioned, BlockDown, we're all here today. Again, thanks everyone for coming. It really means a lot to us to have the community support. EAK TV, which we haven't done much with recently due to the pandemic, but we've got some great interviews on there on YouTube. I really highly encourage you to check it out. BlockDown Productions, of course, is our virtual event production house, which we're using today. And have been for other clients. It has been really, really great to work on. And BlockDown Latin America. So we're about to, as of November the 20th next year, launch next month, launch BlockDown Latin America, which will allow us to enter that region and really, help showcase our clients and learn more about the market. Okay, and here's a nice graphic of the global expansion that I'm talking about. Ultimately, we really want to be a global agency that has many different media brands that we can be really influential with for anyone that we're working with. Okay, so yeah, blockchain without borders. So over the last 4 years, we have earned our reputation in securing high-class PR results from our clients for many different continents and media. So here's some example here on CoinDesk and Forbes, etc. And as we enter the new year, we're really passionate about supporting our new clients again. I think working with an agency that works with many high-end clients is very, very helpful. Due to the nature of the clients that we have, we're consistently talking to media that have really, to top-tier media that want to speak to our top-tier clients, which means we're building a relationship with them, and which ultimately can only help our kind of mid and lower-tier clients as well. Because it naturally helps our relationships with the reporters that really matter. I think that's really important when choosing a PR agency, to really make sure that you're working with ones that have worked with the big clients before, and obviously then have relationships with the people of influence that you want to get in front of. So we have a global network. So literally a presence at virtually every major conference. Mostly I've been there, but also other members of my team. So here's just a selection of the conferences that we have been to in the last 12, or I guess it's like 18 months or so now. Really, really enjoyed every one of it. Met so many great people, and will continue to do so. And I can't wait until we can do this in person sometime and meet more great people that and ultimately do deals and do business that helps us, our clients, and your business as well. So yeah, as I mentioned, I do believe EAK is the number one blockchain PR agency for influencer engagement. So here you can see, for example, there's my interview with Jane King, a NASDAQ news site in Times Square. So Jane's a really great friend of ours, and also a fantastic journalist. And she kindly invited me to give an interview at the NASDAQ news site, which was brilliant. That got shown across the TV networks in the US. Something that, of course, we have access to for our clients. And again, in the middle, here's the NEO team. So NEO did a DevCon in San Francisco in 2019, and we brought some of the best YouTube influencers and crypto media to the event. It was a really, really great show. Amazing relationships were built, and some great coverage was published due to that. And then also here on the right-hand side, the Tomo Chain team, really one of the best teams in the industry, invited us and some of the influencers to Vietnam, and we took some great footage from inside their office. We really got deep with some of the founders and different people working in Tomo Chain, really learning about their product, created some really awesome content. And I mean, Tomo has such a great community right now, and it's not surprising considering the great work the influencers did that weekend. So yeah, what are the EAK benefits? So like I said, we're unique thinkers and innovators trying to come up with creative ideas all the time to help your brand. We're an international team. We have over 10 languages currently in the team, split across a number of different continents. We're brand builders, I think, as we've proven with BlockDown and Istanbul Blockchain Week, and we're going to continue to do that. We love coming up with creative concepts that can help push your products. We have a proven track record of success. We have really great relationships with major KOLs and influencers. And we're connected to all the major projects, thanks to events like BlockDown, exchanges, service providers. No matter what it is you need, whether it's investing or introductions to exchanges, or you're trying to integrate your product somewhere, EAK can be at the heart of that and can push you forward extremely quickly. Okay, so here's a great case study of two businesses that have changed thanks to EAK's intervention. So we've worked with Acoin for a number of months now, and it's been a really, really great engagement, I think, for both parties. And here, Acoin project is really trying to drive entrepreneurship in Africa, and they partnered with Effect AI, which is the amazing company of our host Chris, to offer a hub which is going to be launched in the African continent. So both Africans can learn business and technical skills through accelerated learning programs and ultimately be rewarded in cryptocurrency. So they established a business partnership thanks to the introductions of EAK. There was some great media coverage on it. And most importantly, people in Africa are going to be feeling the benefits of using cryptocurrency and blockchain. And it was really great to see that actually BlockDown brought these two amazing companies together. And another case study here, of course, is NEO, who we worked with for a very long time. We got a really great success with over 75 feature articles, multiple YouTube interviews, really great media partnerships for the DevCon that we organized. Really great relationship with NEO. We've got some great feedback there from the NEO blockchain. And ultimately, it was a fantastic way for us to kind of help out a client, who's based in China that wanted to get Western exposure. And yeah, just an all-round great team and really great campaign that we did for NEO. So what makes EAK Digital different? So we're entrepreneurs working inside your organization with a thriving book of contacts will move the needle in your project. So the real reason to come to us is we're going to accelerate your growth very, very quickly. We're present at all the major crypto conferences across the world, across the markets. We have a huge network of influencers and thought leaders in the industry that can help push your brand. We are a gateway to major media publications. Of course, you can do a lot of this yourself, and that's fine. But ultimately, I'm sure you're going to be busy with your company, with all the amazing things that you're doing in terms of building your product. And you might need some support to do that. And I really feel like EAK would be a great way for you to shortcut that. We're efficient, we're effective, and we're everywhere you want us to be. So what's next for EAK Digital? So, we're looking to incubate some new projects into our accelerator program, which we'll probably talk about more tomorrow in an announcement. We want to build more brands that allow our clients that platform they deserve for major media exposure. So, as a PR agency, you're always pitching media, and that's great. But if your PR agency also owns brands such as Istanbul Blockchain Week, BlockDown Conference, that we can promote them along with all the other amazing speakers that are invited by us, then it's an amazing pedestal, for our clients to be given the opportunity on an ongoing basis We'd love to bring BlockDown conference into an offline format, which helps complement Istanbul Blockchain Week. So 2 offline events will be really exciting. Watch this space on that one. Of course, continue to hire the best creative talent globally and constantly expand EAK's presence in new markets all over the world. So here's some previous existing clients and sponsors of the conferences and supporters of the initiatives that EAK has undertaken. Obviously, there's some great names there: Neo, Binance, Crypto.com, Acoin, CoinMarketCap. The list goes on. Like this list could literally, keep going. So just having that experience of working with so many different projects in different areas of the industry really helps us, when we're speaking to clients, and helps us advise them on the best things for them and their products. So finally, guys, thank you so much for your time today. If you need anything when it comes to promotion, PR, events, think growth, think visibility, think EAK. Thank you.